at some point because I want to see if
Rubber banding is a thing.
yeah, because it doesn't rubber band with me at all. I can fight Xerox with no problem without me flipping and aiming in the wrong direction or something.
Yeah, I almost forgot that was an issue. That now I remember that was terrible.
That's really
that got us killed.
Yeah, more than once, and it makes it to a point that it's like, oh, I can't play this multiplayer. Now I've played on other servers where other players on and haven't encountered that issue, so I'm not sure why that was happening. I don't know if but those are older versions, and now there's a little bit more. It's a little bit more beefy, and that was the generic game itself. I wasn't playing Reforged Eden, but I do like Reforged Eden. I just like there's more stuff to it, and I did notice there's a few more. Looks like a few more different types of weapons. There's different enhancements to shields. There's a shield enhancer that like makes your shield stronger but takes longer to regen. Then there's another type of shield enhancement that causes your shield to regenerate faster but has less hit points. So I'm not sure of when you'd want to use one over the other. I prefer to have more hit points, and fight something out that way.
Oh yeah, I feel like it'd be easier to flee.
Yeah.
Like you flee, just let them all regenerate, and you're good.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, if you have just straight up more health, that gives you more time that you can just charge in and do what you need to do.
Exactly. That's how I was thinking about it. Okay, it's just so bright. I got lights on? F. Okay, F. Oh yeah, lights are off. Okay.
Turn your brightness down.
My brightness is normally not that high, but I had my goggles on.
I thought you used to have it really high, like on max.
You mean the gamma thing?
The game, like you.
Oh no.
You used to have general brightness on max.
Let's look at video. No, brightness is at 69.
I think I had mine at 50.
Oh, I will put mine down to 50.
I mean, I like 50. It's
right.
It's not super dark at night, but it's. I mean, you've probably seen what it.
Well, yeah, and I got the infrared light, so that's not a problem. Okay. Are you able to make stuff? Are you
what stuff?
Like bullets and stuff like that? Because I'm getting low on bullets.
I think I can make okay, I hit number 1. I can make 762 boxes. The 100 boxes of 762 AP. Remember?
Okay.
Been making all that. Hello, Michael. Welcome. I'm doing well. How are you? Back on the old apocalypse now. It's been actually a couple weeks already, I think.
Yeah.
Been doing other stuff.
I think I'm gonna start scrapping some of my schematics as well, so I can.
Yeah, that's why I didn't end up using them all, but I'm just like I'm saving all these up, but
yeah, anything
I'm
I have
maxed on a few classes.
Yeah, anything I have over if I have something like 5 or more, I think I'm gonna scrap those. 'Cause then I get like a bonus. Like by scrap, I'm scrapping 9 right now, and that's giving me 33.
I mean, if you recall, I was able to make like 5 or 6 class books with all the ones I scrapped, and that wasn't even all of them.
Okay.
I mean, I actually managed to max out. Which classes did I max out? I maxed out Survivalist, Medic. Wait, is that it? I thought I maxed. Oh yeah, Hunter. Maxed out Hunter as well.
But before I read these, won't you come over? Are you here? Oh yeah.
I'm just down in the pit. I can.
If you want to come, I'm gonna unlock here and then see if there's anything that you can actually read. Just I mean, if you can read them, I don't care if you can read
Ooh.
something. You know, and then it's like and that's something else that you don't have to worry about getting in another time. You might have all these already, but
Sorry to hear, Michael. I mean, I don't know where you are in the world, but at least in Wisconsin here, it's starting to get cold, so getting sick is easier. Right, Mark?
yes, I'm still sick.
Hopefully you feel better soon. Where'd you go? I just came up here and your drone has 2 health.
Oh, I just went here to harvest some bananas, but the box is unlocked.
Oh, I see. I didn't know if you wanted to do like the trade.
No,
not the
I just say
trading
just
thing.
look at something. If there's anything in there that you can actually read that you haven't read already before I
Oh,
scrap
yep.
anything.
Motor tool thing. That was the big motor tool engine fuel thing. Yeah, I forgot the name already. Art of Mining Volume 6. Alright, I was able to read 2.
Alright.
Here, I'll unlock mine too. I don't think. Well, we'll see what you can read.
Alright.
But I got Art of Mining. Ooh, I'm at 5 out of 7 on that. Ooh, kinda want that. Oh, you're in Scotland. I feel like you told me that before and I forgot.
Scotland?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you guys definitely would have more winter time than we do. Oh, I forgot.
One I can read the Hunter Journal number 2. I will read that.
I just need to have Thanksgiving feast for a second.
Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah, I gotta eat like 500 pounds of food to last me a day.
You got a high metabolism.
Very high. But I really want Alpha 19 or 21 to come out. That'll be awesome.
Okay.
Oh, that was actually material.
Actually, if I grab this
And let's not do this
these.
now. I'm gonna work on the next leg
Alright.
of the pit. Yes.
I'm gonna like hit charcoal or whatever I can find.
Oh,
am I
there we
missing
go.
something? Am I missing something?
Yeah, let's get this bit here.
Everything.
Oh wow, it's on the edge of the road, so we don't need to cut into the concrete. That's nice. Ugh. That was disturbing. Strict diet. Oh yeah. Gotta have tons of food. Otherwise, I'm not gonna last. Okay, so how far out does this go? Doing these pits, how they connect with each other, the one at our base and the one with the horde base. Forgot how we wanted to handle this. So like, this one here is gonna go out to...
That sounded weird there for a second.
What?
I got like a weird equi, but now it's okay now. I see. I'm looking up here.
Like, I don't know how we want to handle that because
Well,
like
I wasn't gonna cut a straight across. Well, you know what? So this is. Let me come back. Let me come down there.
Yeah, because like I don't know where to go from here. Like we could just go up to the.
Well, I was thinking like I was gonna leave this part open here, or like because we still have this side over here to cut.
Well, yeah, and this is kind of what I was thinking was maybe the open area that they would like
See, now I'm hearing doubles. What the heck? It was fine, and now I'm getting doubles. What the heck?
doubles.
Keep talking.
Am I echoing?
Yeah, slight echo. I'm getting a slight echo. Is the mic hearing you with a slight echo? Maybe it's not your. Then it's not your stream.
Do you have an echo right now?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that
like
issue. Huh?
it's almost like you're like in a room with no furniture.
How do I sound on stream? Michael. Discord still has my proper devices. I thought so. Like the issue that we were having with Phasma was that like being that I have open backs, if I had my mic too close to my headset, you could hear myself. Well, no. You wouldn't be hearing me through that.
No,
You'd be hearing an echo of yourself. I honestly have no idea. I'll check the stream. Still has my proper devices.
Oh.
Okay. That was me checking stream.
Okay.
Stream sounds fine.
Okay.
And Michael is saying no echo, so.
So it's not. So it's not this. It's something in Discord.
Did that do anything?
Keep talking. Mary.
Talking. Echo.
Oh, a little bit there.
Echo.
Yeah, echo. Just a slight echo. It comes and goes. It's kind of weird. It's like you be talking, it's like normal, and all it sounds like, hey, you got a reverb to your voice.
I'm not the XLR plugged in, so I don't know how that would work.
Well, anyways, I was thinking, like I would leave this open for last because we want the zombies to get in here. But I was thinking that at some point we'd want to still make a ditch here as well. But then we put a drawbridge. So during Horde night, we open it up so we make them come this way. But then, but not Horde night, we close it so it protects the base.
I was almost like we could do that, but I was also thinking, what if we did kind of like what you did with the paths, where you have single file paths with blade traps? You could do that over the pit, where it's single file paths with blade traps. So they're getting hit before they even get into our situation. Then again, they also heal, so I don't know what value that would really give us.
Yeah, that's true. They do heal too quick down here right now.
There's no way to have a trap hit a zombie and remove their radiation, is there?
No. I mean, those guys up there, I can put, which reminds me, if you can make 3, I have to give you stuff for it, make 3 of the advanced rod removers, then those guys will will stop them from healing as well. And I forgot, this is all messed up.
Oh.
Like right now, I got regular rad removers on them. I guess I'm gonna have to clean this up down here. I haven't been over here fixing this up.
I'll just go to like right here, I guess. Well, yeah. So the reason I'm wondering about this is because I was gonna cave in this whole bit here, since caving in takes a less time. I was just gonna have it end here, maybe.
Oh, you're gonna cave in from here all the way to over here?
Yeah. So
that's a big chunk. Okay.
I mean, it didn't take me long to do the other side.
All right. And
it just takes a.
You get a lot of resources.
Oh yeah. I think I had like over 100,000 stone, if I recall correctly. Hope you guys on stream like this stuff, because this is going to be a bit. Unless you wanted to go to the wasteland.
We can do that in a little bit. Go to the wasteland again. We can do that. That's going to do a little repair work on here.
Okay.
And then we can definitely do that. I mean, I can advance the time, or de-advance the time, or whatever.
Revert the time?
Revert the time.
I think I have a better idea for how to cave this in so that we can just kind of do it immediately.
Okay.
So before we cut off the entire perimeter, and then remove some of the stilts from below, but I had to keep running through to get them all.
Yeah.
I'm thinking keep it attached to one face, one wall, and then remove those. So like completely disconnect it from everything except for the walls.
Okay.
I don't know if that would really be all that better. Nice, like Randy Savage, you can dig it. Nice. So how many layers deep is this? That's a lot of layers. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did that happen? That's not 8. That is 8. What? Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Well, that's annoying. Oh, oh. We gotta... I went through it. I went through it again. Yeah, the jumping on blocks, you sometimes just go straight up, like, you just go straight through the block.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Have you had that happen?
Or I'm not jumping correctly. I ricochet off stuff.
Oh, that's annoying.
That's annoying. Yeah.
It makes having maxed out parkour almost a nuisance.
Yeah, especially if I just want to jump up one block. Like, damn, I'm trying to get through the damn window.
And then you pinball all the way over to some other direction. You said if you wanted to fill in dirt, you could just place clay, right?
Yeah, I think you can. If you have clay in your inventory, you can create a dirt block. I believe.
I can. I will do that. Yeah, I dug this slightly wrong.
Oh, I should go see how my cement is working still. Oh, these are all damaged over here. Holy moly. There must have been a bunch of guys blowing up down here or something.
5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet.
I don't
Shouldn't
remember the
have
last
done
word.
Yeah, I don't remember when we did it. Ugh, it's getting foggy. The one thing I remember about the last time we played is that car that I had despawn out by the floating house ended up coming back.
Yep, I do remember that. Okay, you flew out the helicopter and go, oh, there it is.
Yeah, that was nice.
One of these times if I ever get enough steel, I could probably upgrade this stuff to steel, but I don't have enough. Oh, and titanium, that's right. If we had titanium, then we could make polished titanium and then really upgrade this to 50,000 hit points instead of just 6,000 hit points.
50. Oh, it's like a mouse. What? Oh, that was weird. I'm making dirt blocks, and the sound of the dirt block being made was the sound of placing. That was a bit janky.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah! You practicing your karate?
That's cord to cut out.
Oh, don't walk into spikes, Mark.
So is the rest of the family still down for the count with this cold?
Down. Let's see. One. Matthew's still under the weather. Lander. Two. Sarah just has a upset stomach. Wife has a sore throat, cough, and my third oldest, Benjamin, he just started it. So he's gonna have a fun 2 weeks. So yeah, he has his he has the fever now. I think the only one who hasn't got too sick yet was Luke. He's my second oldest. And everybody else. Like I said, I thought it was gonna. I mean, they had, but the Matthew and Sanders have had it on and off the longest because they got it first from school. And now it's like mine is just more like I'm okay for a while, and then it's like I get extremely tired, and I just have to. I mean, I was just waiting for Steve to finish his TDD because I wanted to go to bed. Can you stop talking now? It's okay. It's 4:05. I'm done. I can't do anymore. I gotta go.
You did seem like you checked out way before we ended.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of also checked out just because the conversation went in circles for like a good half hour, 45 minutes.
And
I gave my 2 cents, and I'm like, yeah, they're just gonna keep going, whatever.
Exactly. It's like I was. I tried messaging Steve. I said, Steve, they're just trying to get your goat or something. Just move on. You know.
That didn't stop him.
Yeah. Cause it's like, no. I mean, I got it. It's like, you know, I mean, I had my one question, and then it's like, yeah, okay, fine. I get what's going on. What's the problem?
I mean, yeah, like I understand the argument, and like I can see from both perspectives, but ultimately, like we're gonna do it. Like there is a proper way to do TDD.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we're just gonna do it however we want to do it.
Right.
So.
I mean,
we'll just do that.
And the whole point is, this was a simplistic example. We know that you might do something if you knew ahead of time what you're gonna test for. You would write your test a little bit differently. You would, you know.
Right. That's what I was trying to say.
Right. I heard you said that. It's like, okay, so that's why I didn't feel like I needed to chime in, because you were saying exactly what I was thinking. It's like, okay.
Like what they were getting hung up on was very specific to that example.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
They were blinded by the tree despite the forest, or something, whatever the saying is. They couldn't see the forest because they were stuck just fixated on a tree.
That's a good saying, actually. I never heard that. Yeah. Like something not even related. Also, there's nitrate all the way over here.
Oh, that's cool. Good.
So we apparently built. You built the horde base on top of a complete mine. So that's kind of unfortunate.
Luckily, it's not combustible.
Well,
the whole mine blows. Although digging underneath that would be a problem. We'd have to.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We'd have to put stilts in, support beams.
That's what I'm saying. It's unfortunate because if we want to mine any of this, we run the risk of destroying the entire horde base. Then again, that might not be a bad idea. Making the horde base essentially out of stilts, because then with it all hollowed out underneath, we could put various traps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we could rig up the stilts such that they can't hit them. Like, I'm sure we could think of some way. Or at the very least, maybe not hit them, but at the very least protect them. You never had COVID or had the jab. What is the jab?
The fake shot. I mean,
Oh.
what I consider the fake shot.
I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna contest that. Yeah. I won't say whether I've had it or not because I honestly have no idea. When you have something that has the symptoms of like 30 other things, it's hard to tell if you've really had it.
Right, and those, we've had the home tests, and we've used them multiple times, and they'll come back positive or negative. They're positive or negative, and the same person who's been positive, we test them again the next day, and they're negative. And then you test them 2 days later again because they're still sick, and now they're positive. It's like, what? These tests suck. These tests are useless. Are they just 50-50 taking a guess?
I'll say I haven't and I never will because you could be perfectly healthy and it'll test you positive.
Yeah.
Because maybe I don't know how it tests it, but maybe if your temperature's 1 degree above standard, which can be caused by any number of things. You can be hot without being sick, which is what people seem to have forgotten.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and also my temperature is not like everybody else. The average temperature is like 98.6. Mine's actually 97 point something. Whenever I go to a doctor. So that
You just run hotter.
I run colder.
I thought.
So everybody's 98.6. I'm 97.
Oh, 98. Yeah. Okay.
So then sometimes they'll say, oh, you have a slight fever. You're only at 99. I said, actually, that's 2 degrees higher than I'm normal. So then they have to calculate it and say, oh, okay, so that would be equivalent to like, 100 degree. So it's like everything, just add 1.
Okay.
And it's like, that's why I laugh at some of the stuff that like when they say like, well, they do things because I get it that everybody's different, and so they just go based off of like, well, based off an average, your blood pressure should be this, or your cholesterol should be this, or whatever. It's like maybe, but it's like everybody's different. It's gonna be those values change. I mean, I still remember a younger lady I used to work with, and she's always taking anti cholesterol medicine or whatever it was. I said, you don't eat anything. It's like I said, your genetics is just your way. I mean, I said I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. I just think it's kind of silly for someone who's as healthy as you taking all this like high blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine when there's like really else nothing wrong with it except that her blood tests come back high with high cholesterol. They need to come up with better tests because it's like some people have based off your genetics have different values. And again, I get it that they say, well, it's in this range. If you're about between 120 and 130, maybe there's something, but I don't know. I try not to talk too much about it because people are sensitive on it. You're not a doctor. I said, yeah, well, I still have an opinion.
You still have had experience in life.
I'm not a vet, but I know what a dog is.
I know what it means when a dog makes that sound.
Yes. Oh, come here, let me pet you. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, no, it's gonna bite you.
Yeah. The brothers are major conspiracy theorists and blame it all on the government. I mean, the thing is, people always do whatever they can to explain something unknown, which is why conspiracy theories exist. It's literally, oh, we can't immediately answer why that's that way. Okay, it's aliens.
Aliens? I like aliens. What's wrong with aliens? I mean, right now, I mean, it's like so many people, it's kind of funny. So many people, I wish there were aliens. And they'd probably be the first ones to freak out if one, like, appears over their house or something like that.
Oh, of course.
Oh, I'm not
100%.
afraid of aliens. It's like, yeah, until they start munching on your pet dog. Come here, Fluffy.
Reminds me of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so you can't tell me anything about it. I gotta watch that.
No, I'm referring to like when the thing ate the cat.
I didn't watch any of it. I haven't watched any Stranger Things yet, so I have to watch
I thought
it.
you've seen a few
No.
seasons.
Nope.
Oh, well.
So I have to watch it because everybody says it's good, so I guess I will.
It is. It is.
I've been getting rid of some of my streaming stuff because I don't end up watching that much, and it's like, why am I paying this fee every month? I'll just wait to, like, I'll get like say about Mandalorian, because I like the Mandalorian. I didn't really care too much about the
Boba Fett.
The Boba Fett was okay too. That was secondary. The Obi-Wan one, I didn't really like that one.
Yeah. It wasn't what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So, I mean, so when the next one comes, the next series comes, I'll just get a 1 month subscription, binge watch it, and then end my subscription.
Or you could do what my parents do and just find one of those free sites. I mean, it works.
Buy a free site.
You can watch it for free online. Basically anything. And actually in pretty good quality too. I'm not surprised with the quality.
I had something called Kudu. Kodu? What was Kudu at one point? So basically it's a piece of software that would find anything you want. And it basically you could watch stuff.
Kuda?
And it's like, and I knew right away, okay, I'm not going to do this because this is wrong, because some of the videos you can tell were people that were filming it from a movie theater. It's like, I'm not going to watch this. This is crap.
Well, yeah, if you're watching from those sites, but there's better ones. Elevation 25. Alright. Active gamer. 25. Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I want to put more cement into the
E, not W. 28. Sweet. No. I'm stuck. I can't even place a block. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong key. That'd be a problem. Oh, I got so disoriented. Okay, dang it. This way. So, until right here.
That's lead.
There we go. 25. This should be 28. Oh, it's 30. $40 for a chipped fire stick.
What?
I think he's talking about the fire, like fire stick. Isn't that's like a streaming device that you can plug in?
Oh, a fire stick. Yes. That's right.
Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah. Apparently, you got one for $40, and it has still worked, and it's chipped. Oh, if it works. You are wet. It's not even raining. Yeah, well, I'm probably sweaty. I'm swinging a pickaxe for 38 minutes straight. Actually, 40 minutes straight. Oops. Did I break through? I thought I broke through. There you go. Finished I finished Rings of Power, yes. You haven't watched any of that yet, have you?
Me or?
Mark?
No. No, I have not.
You said you weren't interested in it, right?
Yeah, I'm not that. Like I said, I don't feel that they, at least based off of some things I've read about it, have kind of steered away from Tolkien. And I think, well, it's the whole point of those things is because Tolkien wrote them. Why you add? If you want something else, then write your own stuff.
Well, the thing is, Tolkien's kids are directly involved with it.
Yeah.
And they've been working on keeping the continuity and making sure it fits. But, you know, there's some things that you can't really avoid, unfortunately. For what it is, I really like it. Yeah, and the finale was really good. They did it with Walking Dead. Okay.
What about Walking Dead?
Apparently well, Michael here is saying that they changed things to, like they changed things like to make it work, I guess.
Oh, I mean, I've read, yeah, I've known that it's been different, and they'll change things up in the book, because I have the graphic novel parts, the condominiums or whatever, and I wouldn't read ahead of them, but you could read a little bit, and I would watch when I used to watch it. I haven't watched it since season 9, but they had things that were similar or parallel, but different people died, and that died differently and stuff like that. Like have you watched Walking Dead?
No.
Okay.
I don't really see myself ever watching it either.
But you play this game with zombies.
I mean, it's not specifically the zombies I like about this. I'm not playing this because it's a zombie game.
So
there just happens to be zombies.
There happens to be zombies, yes. Well, that's why I liked when I first watched Walking Dead. I saw it, the very first I saw it was, like I said, years ago, actually during Halloween. When I was giving out candy, and it's like, I'm gonna give out candy. What's on cable when I used to have cable, and I happened to turn on AMC. It's like, what is this? It's like, and it was actually the 2-hour pilot, or I didn't even know it was a series. I thought it was a movie, and it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, I like it. It's kind of gritty. The different take on it, and it's like, okay, I like it. And then I found out, oh, this is a series? Oh, awesome. Okay, so I start watching the series, and they start having the Talking Dead after the show.
Talking Dead?
So it was basically a half-an-hour show to talk about the episode that just aired on AMC.
Okay.
So they were like really, milking that cash cow of theirs there. And it was kind of interesting. I mean, to some points, but the first few, at least the first couple seasons, I like the most because it's like you're trying to figure out like where these guys, what caused this, where this is coming from, and then it's like they just totally dropped that. Well, okay, so it became now it's more like the zombies are just a backdrop of the world
opera.
Yeah, where they live in, right? It's like it's just like that's the environment. It's nothing else. That's all it is. It's just the environment you live in now. It has zombies. Instead of having deer and antelope, you have zombies. So it's like, I go, aw. So they never really went into, where it came from. Now, in the Fear of the Walking Dead, which was kind of an offshoot of that, which wasn't an offshoot of that, I think I only watched a couple seasons of that. I think I was a little bit more like not really vested in those characters, so to speak. But it seemed to imply that, at least, and I could just be, that's my interpretation of what it was. It was that um, it came from vaccinations, from the from a flu shot or something like that, because people would get get this flu shot, and then and some of them would get sick, and then but that's about it. They didn't necessarily die, but then some would die, and then after a while, you start having even more and more people dying from this particular virus, but then they start reanimating. It's like, and you kind of wonder that, and like, if it's just one or two of these people, how could it take over an entire world? Especially something like the United States, where everybody's basically armed to the teeth with their own weapons. Like, zombie come busting down my door, it's gonna have trouble getting into my house, and that would be a lot of houses in my area. But like some areas like Canada or whatever that don't have, are, as let's say, weaponized, for lack of a better word, I guess, the zombies probably would have fun. So anyways, it's like, well, how do you how could you explain the mass and rapid fall of the world and the United States in particular to a zombie horde? You think the massive army, you got mow everybody, just mow them all down.
I mean, especially if a wide area is just full of zombies, we have nukes. Nuke them.
Yeah. Well,
you don't want them to become radioactive.
Yeah, you have plenty of other. Yeah, we don't. We already have radioactive nukes because of that. I mean, zombies in this game because of that. It's all your fault, Mr. Trigger Happy Nuke Boy. But no, but you got different. You got napalm, other tanks. Fine, you just roll up to with an APC. So it's like, how do you get past that? And it had to be something like a massive epidemic that would take out people die from, and then they turn to the Walking Dead. So if you have thousands upon tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of people dying in a short period of time and then becoming animated, that could be a problem. But even though, I mean, if you see a company of 50 Marines, and you can mow down a lot of zombies.
Yeah.
And
Michael's asked.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you can finish your thought.
No, I was saying that, and then if you had like, if they're all in APCs and stuff like that, those zombies ain't getting in there.
Well, and even the armor they wear.
Yeah.
Like, zombies may be just insane undead people, but they can't tear through armor. Can't bite through armor. But anyway, he was asking if you heard of the World War Z game. I think you actually mentioned it to us at one point.
The World War Z game? That I haven't heard of. I don't think so. World War Z? I'm not sure.
Yeah, apparently there's a game of it too. I knew of the movie. I didn't know there was a game.
The movie was okay. I didn't. It's like it was just a different spin on zombies. I wouldn't even call them zombies. They weren't your.
Brad Pitt was in that, right?
Yeah. It wasn't your typical type of zombies. I mean, because basically they would just bite you and then they would leave you alone, and then you turn into a zombie. See, and that's another. That's another thing with typical zombies, like say The Walking Dead and stuff like that. It's like, well, how are you getting more? How can you get more zombies? I mean, because they tear you apart. They're kind of like they're eating their
recruits.
They're recruits, basically, right? So it's like, well, this seems like it's not going to work. After a while, you're just going to run out of people or something, But the thing is, like, the whole point is like you just die, you become a zombie. It's everybody's blood system now. And that's how that's what you find out in by the end of the first or second season, that everybody has this virus in them that when they die they become animated, which is kind of spooky. So fine, okay, great. Now when I go to bed, you go in your own room, because if you die in your sleep, I don't want to wake up with you munching on me. So there's one part of the series is where they're in a prison. They make a base in a prison, which to me is an awesome base. everybody stays in a cell at night, and then you come out in the daytime. If you die at night, natural causes, whatever it might be,
Your cage.
You're
yeah.
in your cage. So
That's actually really smart. Yeah.
That worked out, you know. But typical of the Walking Dead, there's always a villain and the next villain, and the next villain. So it just keeps, you know, and you end up getting chased around. Anyways.
Your two-handed broadsword doesn't run out of bullets.
Yeah.
You know, I have a short sword. It's at my parents' house, but oh yeah, give me an excuse to use that.
I came over. I need metal.
I played on Skyrim. I know how to care for a sword.
I play video games. I can take care of this. You gotta build your skywalk over to here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that once we cave in this bit here.
I'm surprised the screamer hasn't come yet. But you're using that thing. I can hear you. You haven't got one.
Well, I haven't been using it too much.
Okay.
I just started using it again.
And I haven't seen any wandering. When I'm by myself, I must just jinx it. Oh, dang it! I didn't want to do that because I'll get like hordes showing up at on me all the time.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, I've been doing this. No, not even one zombie has appeared. And I'm kind of hoping I do jinx it because this is... I need some excitement here. I want something to spawn at this point. World War Z. I feel like you've mentioned World War Z as a game for us.
It is a pleasure to serve.
Maybe I'd have to look it up again.
People saying it's really good. So
A multiplayer game?
I would hope. I would think it is. Whoops! Don't hit that. Oh my God! There's lead down here too.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, now my guy's freaking out because I'm standing in the center of 2 blocks. I'm like shivering. Oh, I'm good now. It's kind of like Alien Fire Team. Are you familiar with that?
No. I see World War Z Aftermath. $40, very positive.
40 bucks?
Yeah.
A bit more than games typically. Well, most games. Well, like I said, I'm not like big into zombie games in particular. I like this because it.
Well, I like.
I like.
I like different type of thing. Like I like this is more of a, it's a survival / open world / crafting game thing.
Yeah, it brings a lot of things together.
So like I mean I have my kids say, why don't you play like Left 4 Dead, because that's a zombie game. I said, but that's more of a first person shooting type thing.
The whole structure of that game is way different.
Yeah, here this is, I can build anything I want. I mean basically this game, and you go on forever because you can keep building stuff. It just, you know, when do you get tired of this world and you want to go explore? You want to randomize another world and start all over again.
I mean, this game basically is Minecraft but more realistic. Like, that's a way to phrase it.
Yeah.
I do think it would be interesting for us to try Minecraft.
When my son, who knows how to do that particular server, I'll have him set it up again, and then we can try it. It's just that that doesn't have, the thing is that one does, Minecraft servers don't have passwords and stuff like that, where like the stuff like this does.
I'm sure there's ways that they guard it. I know when Ian was talking about it, he was saying that there are ways that you can like black or whitelist people. and
Well,
like keep it private.
I
and
don't
all
know if
that.
that's with the maybe with that special server that you buy. But if I just want to make, if I'm using the Java version, and I just want to make it so like, because I've done it before where I've made it on a LAN and I had all our kids play on it because they used to play it a lot. And that's a, and I just don't open up a port externally so no one from the outside can get to it. So then everybody on the LAN can play it. You know. If I did open it out, then I'd have to do port forwarding. And all I have to do is, and then when we're done playing, I just shut it off. Shut the,
Oh,
shut
yeah,
the port down, you know.
And I mean, like, what are the odds some rando will just happen to hit it, happen to find it, you know?
Well, yeah, and I would make it a unique port because I can
Right.
click the port, and I would tell you guys what the port is.
Basically, almost the same as 7 days, right? Just without the password.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like I'm basically just hitting an arbitrary IP and port.
Well, and then here, but with here, yeah, this one is, but they advertise it on their servers. I mean, at least with 7 days and Empyrean, so that you can see it in the server list. But okay, great, you can see it. You know, if you don't know the password, you can't get in.
Right.
I could shut that off as well. There's a option to shut off broadcast.
Now it matters to me because it never pops up in there anyway. I always have to manually put it in every time anyway, so.
That's unfortunate. It shouldn't. I mean, I see it all the time. I mean, I see.
When we were on Darkness Falls, it didn't for me.
I didn't have it set up the same way I do now, so I'm surprised that you're not seeing it here, because basically, besides having the regular port open, there's a secondary port for detection from the 7 day servers, or at least their system to tell you, hey, this server's available.
I can't tell which way's faster. Aftermatch is DLC. Yeah, we'll see. It is also Halloween coming up, although I think it sounds like we're gonna kind of stick to the games we've been playing too. Like, not the ones that we constantly play, but just some other ones we haven't played in a while, like Forewarned. Apparently that's getting a really big update.
What about the Devour?
I'm not Tyler was mentioning something about Devour, but of course we still haven't played it since they released the VR
Oh, okay.
update. That I'd be interested to try that at least once. And just see what it's like. Obviously we won't be doing the inn. You're still interested in Forewarned, right?
Yeah, I'll play it. It's not my favorite game, but I'll still play it. I mean, I don't know what the heck I'm doing in there half the time, anyway. But I don't mind. I don't mind playing it. It's not a game I would play by myself, anyways. But along with you guys, it's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't do Phasmo by myself, just because it's a thing where, like, if I am by myself, that's not what I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
So what are you up to at the moment? Horde base?
I'm at the Horde base trying to fix it up.
And
I just gotta just remember the controls here, because I'm pressing, like, to make different blocks. I'm pressing the right mouse button and nothing's happening, and that's what they do, like in Empyrean. I gotta do this way instead. Okay, this way, and then R, shift. Okay, this way. Oh, I should have did that way.
I'm gonna try to break as little as I need to with this. Game kind of got stuck there for a second. 40 seems expensive. Oh, well, yeah, if it's on sale, yeah. Just would need to wait for a sale. Oh, what? Wait, since when could you crawl under a single block in this? I thought we specifically couldn't. Oh, it's because I broke those. Oof. It's gonna take a while. Hopefully this amounts to something.
Oh, I lost the darts over there too. Oh well. Oh, I'm not gonna worry about that at the moment.
Medieval Dynasty. What kind of game is that? You said on PlayStation 5, is that also on PC? I'm not hitting that. What the heck? It's on PC, okay. Yeah, what kind of... How is this happening? Stop hitting. Survival Village Builder. Hmm. Have you heard of Medieval Dynasty?
Mm-mm. I've heard of
Sounds a
medieval.
little intriguing.
Heard of medieval engineers.
Medieval Engineers.
Yeah, it's kind of like space engineers. I think it's from the same people, but they gave up on it and focused on space engineers. I think it's the story.
Have you wanted to try Space Engineers?
I have it on my list waiting for it to go on sale. I'd give it a try only because like Ian's playing it, so I'd give it a try. And I like if it's somewhat like Imperion. I don't know if it is, you know, or if it's as robust as Imperion, but I do favor the sci-fi genre. So like if I would if it's just like me just playing something by myself, I'll play Imperion before I'll play 7 Days. But I mean, I'll still play 7 Days, especially if I'm trying out a new mod. That kind of like always adds a little bit spice to it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the exact reason why I like Zelda Classic as much as I do, because each different quest, it's just like that. You know, it's very similar stuff, but it has a different spice to it. Which is why I would typically choose that over something else I'm by myself. That or Elder Scrolls Online. Those are my when I'm alone or something games.
Yeah, I gotta try that again. Elder Scroll Online. That wasn't too bad. I didn't mind that as much. I just wish there was like besides Fallout 76. I do like the Fallout stuff somewhat. It's just that there's not a lot of world building, except well, there's a little bit with Fallout 4.
Well, that's where Elder Scrolls Online would really shine. It does a lot of world building if you take the time to just go through it, which is no different than like Fallout or Elder Scrolls.
Well, can you build a base and stuff in there?
No, it's an MMO.
Yeah.
You can buy a house and customize it, but there's no like building.
All right.
All the resources you find go into making like weapons, armor, and all that.
Okay.
But of course, if you needed any of that, I basically maxed out all that. So.
You're the crafter dude.
I am. I can do everything except I've maxed everything out except alchemy and provisioning. Kind of in the late game stage. And we do need a healer in our group. My dad's the tank, I'm a DPS, we need a healer.
Ah. What, he's a tank and you're a DPS? I thought those were the same thing.
DPS it stands for damage per second. It's just a damage dealer, basically.
Alright. So it does more damage than a tank, where a tank is just there to get beat up.
Yeah, there's three main roles. You have the tank, which is the one. Their role is to get everyone's attention on them because they have the high resistance and health to take it. They don't really do much for damage. They basically just keep the enemies on them. And the DPS is just they focus in the actual like doing the damage and killing the enemies, and then the healer.
Are they more like range weapon dudes because they have to keep from a distance?
The DPS?
Yeah, the DPS guys.
Not specifically. You kind of just do whatever you can to do the most damage. I've had bow abilities do a lot of damage, but ultimately you end up close a lot. What tanks have that keep the tanks have abilities known as taunts, which will actually cause an enemy to aggro onto them for X amount of time.
Okay.
So like a tank and a DPS could both be standing right in front of an enemy, but if the tank taunts, it's gonna attack him.
Okay.
I think when we played with your two sons, one of them, I think maybe it was Xander chose tank. Because when we played, you were the healer, I was DPS, and we had a tank. Actually, there was four of us, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we had a full group. A typical four-man group is two DPSs, a tank, and a healer, and we had that when we played. So like if you and your sons continued playing, we would have a perfect four-man group, which is what you do for most dungeons. I mean, if you get really good at it, you don't need a full group. Like my dad and I have gone through entire dungeons just us two because like he does enough tanking and I do enough damage. Just then you're deficient in some things. Like when we do that, we don't have a healer, so we kind of need to manage our own healing.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of takes away from our role if we're healing.
Right. Because
like every second I'm spending healing, I'm not doing damage. So actually, that's not. Well, yeah, I mean that's mostly true. I have a lot of damage over time effects where I basically just apply a bunch of stuff to an area, and then just let it do damage. Okay. I could just stand there. It's not as efficient because I do have abilities that I need to use constantly, but yeah, I don't know. It's the thing is like it's very much an MMO where a lot of it is single person, like just going around questing, leveling up, getting items, getting gold, all that kind of stuff. And then you have the select few things where you can play with it in the group, like you can do Cyrodiil, you can do Craglorn, do dungeons, trials. There's a lot you can do with other players. But unfortunately, it's not easy to quest with other players, and I think a lot of MMOs are kind of like that. Like I played Final Fantasy XIV, and that was kind of the same way, where you can't really quest with. I mean, you can quest with other players, but you're still only doing your quest, and they're only doing their quest. So it's like Empyrean in that regard.
Okay.
Where you don't share it. You kind of do it. You don't do it together. You do it in parallel, basically.
Yeah.
Which kind of it's not. Well, then again, 7 days is like that too. So I mean, it's not perfect, but actually, Fallout 76 does it that way too.
I sprung my leg. I don't know how I sprung my leg. Gosh dang it! I gotta walk around for 2 minutes. Ugh.
And yeah, you can play Elder Scrolls Online for free. You miss out on some things, but I mean that's.
Yeah.
Not surprising. It's not exactly atypical. I'm getting close to this thing caving in. I've currently got a single strip in the bottom center.
Okay.
Holding it up. And then I think there is still one wall connected.
Tear up a peel.
I still think you would be interested in Skyrim. It's
Oh, I did buy that. Yeah, I will have it. I
yeah,
haven't played it.
it's basically Fallout. Like you'll see probably almost immediately. It's basically Fallout but medieval.
Yeah.
So like I know you like archery. Archery's really prominent in that.
Yep.
There's no guns though. Obviously. There's dragons though. Vampires, werewolves, werebears even.
Where there be bears?
Yes. And supposedly there is a multiplayer mod for that, which I have been interested in trying out. Hail to the Skyrim.
What?
It's just Michael on stream chat.
Okay.
Skyrim's a great game. I mean, you might have heard of it with how it's been released on almost every modern console. It's been out for 10 years. 2011 is when it came out, but Bethesda just keeps porting it to more consoles. Like it's even on the Switch, which is kind of absurd.
Yeah, why make something new? I could just make money off of this. Keep porting it.
Yeah, I mean that's they've built Skyrim pretty dry, and it's still going.
And the funny thing about it is people who like those other platforms, is those people. A lot of those people already have the game in maybe like the PC format or whatever format, and they'll buy it for their console too. It's like, but why? You already got it.
And like, I went the reverse way, which I feel like makes more sense. Like, we got it on console when we didn't have, like, that's all we had.
Right.
But now that I've gotten it on PC, I'm never buying it again. I have it in the best format you could possibly have, so why would I ever buy it again?
Right.
Especially when you have PC, you can mod the crap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
With anything you want. I mean, now you could do that with consoles, but you can't do anything you want. Like, the mods that they provide are limited.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And like, that's what I don't... Like, the next-gen console seemed cool and all, and I was definitely once on the bandwagon of, like, ooh, PS4, awesome, way back. But it's like, once you... Like, you can save so much money getting a PC.
Yeah, I can't. My oldest bought a PS5, and he's like he likes PS stuff, but he still has a PC. But it's like I couldn't get myself to get a console again.
I mean, PCs are more maintenance. Like, I could see it from that. If you're not savvy with computers, I can understand it. But oh god, it's collapsing. I don't know why it's collapsing. I thought it's still... Yeah, it's still attached. Why is it collapsing? Well, you better get over here. It's going down. I don't really know why it's going down when it is, but it is. Part of me is kind of happy. That means less mining. PCs are money pits. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But, I mean, well, it's only true if you don't really take care... Oh, I took damage. If you don't take care of it.
Oh, I do see it falling.
This whole strip's gonna fall, apparently. I didn't think it would, because the whole wall close to the base was still attached. But it's all going down. Also, this is floating. We have a floating pillar over here.
Oh, all that lead is falling.
Yeah, I hear it. Well, like I said, I didn't expect it to collapse yet. Like, the wall on this side is still connected. I'm curious why that's collapsing. Yeah, unfortunately, there's nitrate in there too. Oh, I'll pick up the bags. And of course, all the bags are clay. Oh, no, that was lead. That got absorbed. Dang it. Oh, no. I want to go above. I want to see... Oh. Of course, all the bags I'm seeing are lead. Well, that did not... well, that took like an hour. That was an hour's worth of work right there.
Not bad.
Well, it's done at least. We have basically 3 whole sides now. Considering this side has been ravaged by us mining and zombies.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, do we want to do something else, or
How much ammo stuff do we have? Well,
uh,
I could.
I'm decently stocked. Are you
Okay.
thinking of starting the horde?
Well, I could. Yeah, we can move the horde up, and then we can then go.
I might want to fix this pillar here. This pillar's a little. It's got 1900. You know. Yeah, I mean, I'll go grab a little bit more ammo, but I'm basically good for a horde. But yeah, I could see that, Michael. Like it's a thing where if you get a PC, like you have to decide: are you gonna perform all your own maintenance? Are you gonna build it? Or are you gonna get a pre-built and then rely on someone else managing it for you? Which of course has another set of problems. You got to make sure you get someone that knows what they're doing, and of course that's probably expensive. I wouldn't know because I've always done my own stuff.
Yep.
But I mean, it's definitely something worth learning, I feel like, because that's where the world's going. And like, if you build your own computer, you deal with all the problems intimately. Like, you encounter them constantly. I don't want to say constantly; that might deter you, but frequently enough that you understand more about how it works.
Well, and over time, as you become more familiar with how the stuff works, you just become more. It's just like a learning curve.
Right? Yeah. I see what you mean about the ammo. What happened to the ammo?
Well, that's what I was asking. I don't got any ammo. I mean, I haven't taken any ammo.
I don't remember there being so little in the ammo box, and we barely have any materials here. Well, let me be clear. We have everything but gunpowder. Do we have... We have coal, and we have not much nitrate.
I got almost 4,000 nitrate on me at the moment.
Oh my god, there's 59 boxes of gunpowder in here. Okay, we have gunpowder.
Okay.
Apparently. Oh god, I need to open 55 boxes. Ugh, here we go. That was fun. Alright, well I can make ammo.
Okay.
Well, and the other thing that you need to consider about getting a PC is you're never going to be limited on games again. Like, yeah, there are some console exclusives, but if those companies are if those companies are smart, they will move the PC at some point.
Yeah. I mean, it's only like if it's something like I think that's more console specific are things like Nintendo or something like that, where I don't think I've ever seen a Nintendo game on a PC.
Nope. And it's interesting because yeah, well, I think Nintendo itself, like as a game company, is gonna struggle because they've always kept themselves so isolated. Like the fact that Skyrim was on Switch blows my mind because it's I didn't. Well, okay, I guess Nintendo has allowed non-Nintendo games on their consoles. Like they have the Mega Mans, which is Capcom. It's like they've done that, but will you ever see a Zelda game being put on a PlayStation? Never. Like, just never. So, I mean, but then again, we're talking about Nintendo, which is kind of crap. But you're basically never limited. And even things like Halo, which were console exclusive for like over a decade, like Master Chief Collection is now on Steam.
Yep. Which I would think that would be. I mean, that's from Microsoft, which is from Xbox, which basically is a dumbed down PC in the first place. It should be easy enough for them to make that conversion.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the acquisition is a result, like the fact that Halo is on PC was probably a result of the acquisition, because yeah, now it's Microsoft owning it, and they have Microsoft Windows, so why not? Just put it right on there. More benefits for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a very good point. Getting used to a keyboard for controls was something that deterred me for a long time. I had no interest in it. I loved controllers. I still play a ton of games with controller, just because some games work better with controllers, like Elden Ring, for instance. I for most casual playthroughs of that, anyone's using a controller just makes sense. But then, like, there's games like this that you could use a controller on, but mouse and keyboard is just better. And it's one of those things that you kind of just need to learn and get used to. Like I said, I was intimidated by it. I think when we Raft, like, if you look at our very first stream of Raft, I think that was literally the first, if not second, game I played on PC. The first being, I think, I think the first one I played was Among Us, which you can't really count because you're basically only using WASD for that game.
Well, one of the first PC games I played was the original Doom. I might have been like in early '90s, maybe, or late '80s. I forget when I played it. But they used to. I didn't even have a PC at the time. It was like they used to have game stores where they would have a LAN network set up, and I used a gamepad at that point. That because I didn't have a PC, I had a Nintendo 64, so I'm kind of used to a gamepad. So I played Dune on that, which was somewhat easy. It was because it was very, even though you were first person, you there was no like looking up and down sideways like we do here in a true first person PC game. You can't do this accurately with a gamepad. A mouse is far more accurate unless you have auto lock cheats on with a gamepad or something like that. But
yeah,
I get that. I mean, like I said, when I first played it, it's like when I saw someone next to me playing with a keyboard. I said, "How are you playing on a keyboard? Are you crazy? This is much easier." Yeah. but again, that game was different. It was very, even though like it was a first person type shooter, it was very. I would still consider it very 2-dimensional because I didn't have to look. It was very horizontal, basically. There was no up or down. I didn't have to aim up or down. You just aimed left or right. So that was pretty straightforward with in that game.
You're saying the original Doom, right?
Yes.
The one that people have put on pregnancy tests?
They put on what?
You never heard of that?
No.
Apparently, I don't know why it's Doom specifically, but they've put Doom on basically anything that has any kind of processor. So like a pregnancy test, they put it on like an ATM. They put it on all kinds of bizarre things. If it has a processor, basically people say if it has a processor, it can play Doom.
Oh.
Can't believe you've never heard of that.
No, I have not.
Like, there was even a semi-truck.
I mean,
where the cab...
machines were 286s.
Well, that's why they're saying that. Basically, anything can play it. And, like, the craziest one I remember seeing, there was, like, a GIF of it. Or maybe it was a full video. But essentially, like, there was a semi-truck where the trailer had, like, a screen on the side and for, like, advertisements or something.
Uh-huh.
And there was just a guy with a tiny controller standing in front of it playing Doom on it. Just on a massive 18-wheeler trailer. You can.
That's weird.
If it can display and it has a processor, it can play Doom. Okay, before we do Horde, we need to take a look at the parking structure. Because we're gonna destroy all these cars and everything here if we keep doing it. That's the way we do it.
Well, you know what I could do is I could put instead of putting a wall here, I could put the wall basically
like in the Horde base?
On the Horde base, yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Just put like a back wall on the top path. Because we know the zombies aren't really going to be hitting it. It's just so that we don't shoot it. Yeah, like essentially... you might want it against the hole back here. Oh, you played the original Doom on the Atari Jaguar. I never heard of the Atari Jaguar. Interesting. You probably know of that, right?
No, I haven't played that, I don't believe. Let's see here. Can I connect this here?
I mean, I've played Atari games, but I never had an Atari. I actually never had any. The oldest console. Oh, how does that? Wait, how does that work? It lets you do that?
It's connecting to that.
But like, it lets you do that. It's kind of.
Well, actually, I should. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna fall or not.
I mean, how high do you really need it to be? Like, wouldn't 4 or 5 blocks suffice? Unless we're really shooting with terrible aim, I don't see why we would need anything higher than that.
Cause this is the main. This is the main two. I mean, in this one, I could.
Can you go one higher than that? Whoops! Ow! But I will also say, Michael, if you got a PC and you want to play 7 days, well.
There. How about that? That should be like a little backstop.
I mean,
because I'm normally not shooting that direction. Almost all the damage is over here.
That open space you have is perfectly where I see a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, I still have to put stuff. I still have to put stuff here. So right here.
I think that's a fine height. Although, let's do a test. I need to know if I can shoot through these blocks. Can you look at the parking garage for me? I'm gonna shoot through a block and see if you can see damage.
Okay, I will.
No.
Oh dang it! I fell into the pit. Crap! How'd I get out of here? This pit's too deep.
But I would say it is worth it, Michael, especially considering documentation and like learning is pretty easy. But I don't know. It's ultimately your choice, obviously.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun though.
Back over here.
Okay. Here, I'm actually gonna shoot basically right in front of you. Okay. Basically, like if you face me, I'm shooting a block between us. Did that hit anything?
I didn't see anything. I mean,
I'm shooting a block between us. So like you could just like look towards me, and then it you okay?
Yep.
Okay.
But I see you. But are you hitting the wall? Are you shooting?
I'm shooting the wall. Is it hitting the where you're standing?
No, I'm not here. I'm not seeing anything.
Alright, well if you're not, I'm using AP, so it would hit. So I think that's sufficient. I wonder if. Uh-oh, I was crouching. Ow.
You probably damaged the wall.
Well, that's what I'm curious of. It doesn't look like it did though. Like I'm highlighting my cursor over it, I'm not seeing any values. I mean, I know the shotgun will do damage, but
yeah, because the last time, I mean, like shoot now, in front of over here, from where you are. Just shoot on the floor in front of me here.
Okay.
Yep, right there. I saw something. I saw damage hit that.
I'm not really sure. I mean, it maybe. Oh, wait a minute. So how I got those perks that lets you shoot through blocks? It did have a maximum block health value that it'll shoot through, like 1200 or something.
Right.
So maybe because that wood only has what, like 400 or 500 health, that's why it actually does something. Here, is that doing damage? Yeah, that's doing damage.
Yeah.
I think it's because of how much health wood has. It just allows you to damage it.
Okay. Well, I don't have any special things on mine, and I damage these things.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's only because of my skill. I'm saying maybe certain blocks can only be damaged by certain weapons if they have so much health. Yeah, I don't know. That's my guess, but concrete works either way. Oh, that's barbed wire. Wait, you have barbed wire placed on top of the blade trap?
Yeah.
I just can't believe they let you do that. I'm more impressed than anything. Your first computer was a ZX Spectrum 48K, or release date 1982. Whoa. Nice.
Let's see here. Let's grab
Well, I'm ready for horde when you are.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing some barbed wire up here, and then I'm gonna grab some ammo.
I can't believe your drones are active with you at the base. It's crazy.
Oh,
I also can't believe that not a single zombie has a... What happened to us getting hordes? We never get hordes anymore.
we
used to be every...
You jinxed it now. Now we're gonna get a ton.
Well, I want to. Like, we used to get them like once every time we played, at least.
Yeah.
Where a horde would just randomly appear over here. But it's like... Oh, wait, did you fill in... Wait, what?
Did I what?
The military base over here, the little camp. It's not all destroyed anymore. Oh, nope, there it goes. Okay.
Yeah,
It didn't load in. Yeah, that's why I was confused. Although actually, I just realized I think the pit we made is gonna make this horde harder.
To make it harder.
For one, zombies that fall in can't get out right now, so they're gonna tunnel underneath us. I think we should place some ladders.
Start making some ladders real quick.
Alright. Yeah, that'd be bad.
Well, hopefully they come across this way. Anyway, this side's open. They should just come this way. That's the side that's open.
They're not that smart. They're zombies. They also seem to intentionally do things that no would piss us off, so...
Yeah. Okay, got that. I got some ammo.
Yeah, not doing that.
Frag rocket. This. Oh, I need to make some more. That kind of ammo. Turret. Robotic turret ammo. That. Oh, I want you to. Oh, can you make like 3 of those rad things? I don't think I can make those things.
Sure.
We got 36. We got recipe. Yeah, I can't make a rad remover. But what do you need? You need from me. I don't know what you need. It's not showing. Here we go. 30 notes. Oh, I don't know. So how many do I have of those?
Yeah, it's 30 notes per thing. Well, I'm making these ladders out of frame shapes. Hopefully they don't destroy them. Ooh, this might help this side. Dang it, why? Hopefully this will prevent them from tunneling under us again.
Yeah.
Wait, where did that place? That's weird. I wonder if I just, like... Whoop, ricocheted. Dang it, stop ricocheting me. I don't have my shovel. How much does that do? 110? That does 10 damage.